Oh, there we go. Why is it not centered? Fit to screen. There we go. Perfect. Alright, chat. It's quiet as hell, but hopefully there's music when we start. Thank God. Alright. Cabernet. You were beautiful. Beautiful doesn't even begin to describe it. You were intelligent and humorous, and your heart was pure gold. I remember the first time I met you, at a gala, my kin had chosen to gather around in celebration of the union between your brother and his lover, one of us. It was a night about them, but I couldn't keep my eyes off you. Is this the vampire who seduces me? ... Oh, I remember that night well. Hold on, I need to change my category real quick. I'm just gonna keep it as games because it's not up there. Okay. You stand at the entrance of a grand mansion, the moonlight casting an eerie glow on the ornate architecture, the air filled with an otherworldly tension. The dim glow of gas lamps illuminates the entrance, revealing ornate carvings on the grand doors. You hesitate for a moment, taking in the surreal ambiance. It's so beautiful, hauntingly beautiful. I didn't think it would be so overwhelming. It's like entering a dream, or perhaps a nightmare. The air is thick with anticipation, and every shadow seems to conceal secrets. The echoing laughter of unseen guests resonates, sending shivers down your spine. He's rizzing you up for real. Oh, vampires. How do y'all feel about Twilight? Do I even belong here? You take a deep breath, steadying your nerves. God, Arbane. You're the craziest brother I could have ever had. What kind of fucking name is Arbane? Not to name shame. Arbane, though? As you approach... As you approach the entrance, towering candles flicker, casting long, dancing shadows on the grand staircase. It's like stepping into a painting, dark, alluring, and filled with a sense of the unknown. Each step feels... Oh my god. Each step feels heavier, as if the weight of centuries of secrets rests upon this grand entrance. This was for your brother, you had thought, pushing away your anxieties as you walk through the doors into the gala. Twilight is more funny than romantic. It has some moments. However, I can't take Edward as seriously after you called her Spider Monkey that one time. So, yeah. And now that I'm a grown up, Jacob was also not good for her. They both were ass. She should have gone with, oh fuck. I don't remember Twilight, actually. Emmett. I know Emmett was already taken by his sister wife, but he was the real choice all along. The guests, draped in luxurious attire that seemed to defy the passage of time, glided across the polished marble floor. You couldn't help but be captivated by the sight. A dance of shadows and elegance mirrored the undead dancing and chatting amongst themselves. Do we know they're vampires? Ah, I must find Arbane. Sorry, I like vampires monstrous, not sparkly. That's fair. Listen, I don't mind that they romanticize the vampire aspect. I feel like it could have been done better. I feel like high school vampires was not the right decision. You know what I mean? Like, college would have made a lot more sense. Anyway. Also, there's no way if you're like immortal, you're gonna choose to go to high school for like 100 years straight. You know what I mean? There's no fucking way. Like, I didn't even have a bad time in high school. Like, I didn't mind it at all, but I'm not doing that 100 fucking times in a row in different cities and stuff. Fuck no. Anyway. Well, like college, you could be like, oh, I'm just getting another degree, and then people would just think like you're a crazy nepo baby who can like afford college like 50 times. You know what I mean? Anyway. You move forward, ignoring the sanguine eyes of those who glimpsed your way. As you navigated through the crowd, your eyes darted nervously, catching glimpses of crimson eyes and porcelain faces. The whispered conversations, laden with centuries-old gossip, echoed in your ears, heightening the sense of being an outsider in this clandestine world. Also, another beef I have with vampires is that all of them have to be like ivory white. And then like all the black vampires look ashy as shit. And like I understand it's like because the blood is like sucked out of them, so like they're ashy because they literally don't have like the blood flush to them. But come on, you know, come on. I feel like Castlevania did a great job at having black vampires, but I didn't watch that, so I can't really say much. Yeah, like make Edward a CEO and have Bella be an intern, and they both get into S&M shenanigans. Hello. First of all, why are my arms freaking out? Second of all, 50 Shades of Grey. Never seen that. Chat, should I watch 50 Shades of Grey? Chat, should we watch 50 Shades of Grey in the Discord together? 5,000 Shades of Blood Red. I like it. Oh my god. Okay. I'm calm. No matter how much you searched, your brother wasn't quite there. As you turned a corner, you collided with someone in a sleek, modern tuxedo, a strange contrast to the traditional attire of the other guests. With sharp features and a glint of mischief in their eyes. Mischief? Holy shit. With a glint of mischief in their eyes, the vampire steadied you with a graceful gesture. Every time we do visual novels, I realize I can't fucking read. Okay. Hi, Pepper. Thank you. Thank you for the sips. Leaves immediately. No! What's wrong with 50 Shades of Grey? That reminds me of this one time my mom was watching, I think it's called like 365 Days or something, and like this lady was getting face fucked on the TV screen in the living room, like where I could just walk in and see it. It was crazy, and he was fucking it, like he was going at it. I don't know if that's the right title. It's like something days. Anyway. Maybe we could watch that in the Discord. Easy there. We wouldn't want you to fall, now would we? Excuse me? Please pardon me. Well, wait a second. What seems to be the issue? You're in quite the rush. And your mom thought it was romantic. She did not think it was romantic. She just... I don't know. She just likes that kind of stuff. I don't think she was expecting the full frontal face fucking though. She probably would have done that in her room if she had known that was a... You know what I mean? You think that's something you should watch Eyes Wide Shut? I've never heard of that. Wait, Eyes Wide Shut. It sounds really familiar though. It's an erotic mystery psychological drama. Admits to having sexual fantasies about a man she met. He discovers an underground sexual group and attends one of their meetings and quickly discovers that he's in over his head. Oh. So he's like, okay. He goes to like a BDSM club. I see. That's funny. Is there also face fucking in that? Anyway, enough of the face fucking. What seems to be the issue? You're in quite the rush. You hesitated for a moment, torn between the instinct to be guarded and the strange allure of Cabernet. How do you pronounce his name? Cabernet? I'm gonna say Cabernet. Cabinet. Presence. My brother. You admitted. One of the grooms. I'm looking for him. In over his head, just like his legs. They have those parties for real? BDSM parties? I mean, yeah. But is that what you're talking about? Or like vampire parties? Because I also believe there's like an overlap of BDSM parties and vampire parties. I feel like knife play as a vampire goes crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm gonna get banned from Twitch. I need to calm down. Cabernet lets out a small laugh, stepping forward. Don't we all want to mingle with our loved ones on such an important day? Eyes Wide Shut parties. Oh. I guess I have to watch this movie now, for real. You must give him time to himself and his husband. Oh my god, they're gay! Newlyweds truly value their honeymoon. He was right. You probably shouldn't bother our Bane at the moment. I suppose you're right. I'd suppose so as well. Mind telling me of your name? No. Oh. Pinky. It's Pinky. Cabernet's eyes sparkled with a subtle amusement. Oh, Pinky, a heavenly name. I find it quite suits you. Thanks. There's not a lick of pink on me right now. You felt a flush of warmth spread across your cheeks, caught off guard by Cabernet's flirtatious charm. Cabernet chuckled, a low, melodic sound that resonated throughout the chamber. Ah, the red that flushes your face is one genuinely astounding. I am Cabernet at your service. Flustered, you turned away, eyes falling back onto the crowd that swayed in the dark waltz, Cabernet's eyes following soon after. As they reached a secluded spot on the dance floor, bathed in a pool of moonlight, Cabernet turned to face you, their gaze holding a playful challenge. Oh, they're non-binary! Pog. With a graceful sweep, Cabernet extended their hand towards you, an invitation to the dance that pulsed with both elegance and temptation. Tell me, Pinky, have you ever danced with a creature of the night? I want to watch Gargoyles now. Remember when... What is her name? Demona. Remember when Goliath calls her his angel of the night? I think it is. That's romantic. Y'all want to talk about a romantic show. Goliath and Eliza. Elisa? Eliza. Elisa. Eliza. No, Elisa. I don't remember. Caught in the magnetic pull of Cabernet's charisma, you stammered for words. I haven't, but... Oh. Care to join me? It takes two to tango. I'm not sure. Sure, why not? It takes two to tango. Cabernet smiled with a warm smile. Cabernet smiled a warm smile. It almost felt human. Whenever you're ready. Goliath and his baddie of an ex-wife? Exactly, bro. They can both get it. Peace and love to them. However, Demona's human form did not get the love that it deserved. Like in the boardroom, they did not design her the way she needed to be designed. She is so much more of a baddie than they no. If I could go back in time, that's the first thing I would face. Fuck world hunger. No, I'm joking. Unable to resist, you place your hand in Cabernet's, feeling the cool touch that reminds you how undead they were. The haunting melody enveloped them as they stepped onto the dimly lit dance floor. Do you guys know how to dance, like ballroom dance? I don't know how to dance at all, period. The dance became a sway of shadows and movement, and Cabernet guided you with effortless grace. This is taking so long because I keep stopping to comment because I'm so excited. Like, I mean, hyper. Nah, speak your truth. I don't know. Okay, I'm looking her up. Demona, human. What the fuck is this? I know you guys can't see it. I don't know how to put it on the screen easily. Hopefully you don't see porn, actually. Hold on, let me turn on my safe search. Hold on. Oh, God. Okay. I should have a window capture somewhere. Oh, shit. See, look! Look at this! She deserves so much more than this! I would like to learn how to ballroom dance. Me too! However, she is somewhat of a baddie when she's not in her... I want to say office siren, but it's not even office siren. It's just straight, like, 80s shoulder pads. You know? Wait, you guys can't even see it with my big ass head. Sorry. Anyway, let me get off of this. Oh shit. You know what? Me too. Me too. I can't even lie to you. Okay. Their steps were a mesmerizing blend of tradition and modernity, echoing the timeless dance between mortals and immortals. It was intoxicating. You know, he purred. I thought he was a they. There's a certain charm in the way mortals navigate the dance of the living. It's fleeting, delicate, like a fragile heartbeat. Your cheeks warm at the vampire's words. The allure of Cabernet clashed with your modern upbringing, but it somehow excited you. I feel like I'm a little bit confused, probably because I keep interrupting it. I'm definitely not used to this. Cabernet chuckled. You think I am? I don't know, maybe. I assure you I am not. Cabernet paused, their grip on your hand tightening as they pulled you away from the crowd. Wait, where are we going? Elsewhere, to the garden. Evading is what we seem to both do best, yes? You smiled. Sure. You followed Cabernet into the garden, waving through what felt like mazes of rose bushes. Honestly, I needed a breather. The Grand Hall was overwhelming, to say the least. We're so lost we barely remember his name. For real. That's why I brought you here. Take a look around, Pinky. This must be so unwatchable right now. The garden was a haven of contrasts, the ethereal beauty of blossoms juxtaposed against the dark foliage, and the stillness broken only by the distant murmur of the gala. Cabernet's laughter, like a melody, echoed through the secluded corners, mingling with the rustle of leaves. So, what's your story, mortal? You laugh. Mortal, huh? Well, I'm just a regular human caught up in this mesmerizing, slightly intimidating event. What about you, Cabernet? What's your deal? Do you think he's French? Leaning against a moss-covered wall... Oh my god. Leaning against a moss-covered wall, Cabernet sighs. Shit! My voice is dying. Hold on a second. Sorry. My deal. I'm just a vampire who appreciates a good party. Been around for a while, seen a few centuries pass by. Centuries? That's quite the resume. Must have some interesting stories to tell. Oh, you have no idea. Through it all, Cabernet shared stories of the garden's ancient origins. Tales of vampires finding solace beneath the silver glow of the moon. Oh my god, Solus mentioned Dragon Age. Pow, 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 pow. What if we played Dragon Age, guys? What if we played Dragon Age, and then I played Dragon Age Inquisition, and then I played Solus's Romance, and then I killed myself? Wouldn't that be such a fun stream? Wouldn't that be such a fun series of streams that we did all together? That'd be great. Wow, this is just... wow. I mean, I'm talking to a vampire, a really attractive one, in a rose garden. Blush on their cheeks, Cabernet muttered a low thank you before turning their attention to the roses. Great. Thanks, Sparks. One of the most beautiful things you could possibly get to witness, flowers blooming in the moonlight. It is a shame that when winter comes, they will wilt despite all they've done to flourish. Smiling, you let out a sigh of contentment as you sat down on the stone bench next to Cabernet. Life, it's just like that. It makes you appreciate what you have when you have it. I've actually never played Dragon Age 1 or 2. Like, I played like an hour of the first one, of Origins. But, yeah. But I played Inquisition like 8 times. And that's the way I am. The air suddenly got silent, and the wind blowing around you suddenly stopped. Did I say something wrong? Cabernet quickly brushed the frown from their face. No, it was fine. I get it was just a tiny idea. I understand. Well, if I missed anything, you can tell me. I never played any Dragon Age. Play for me? Okay, now I have to play it, though. Hold on, let me write a note to myself. Play Dragon Age for Bards. I think I have all 3 of them. I just need to download them. And I don't remember what platform I have it on. I think it's on Epic Games. So I'm gonna have to remember that fucking password. Okay, but that'll be like a future thing, maybe. Maybe. Definitely, actually. Cabernet had a look of curiosity for a moment and quickly smiled. It made you smile too. Okay, but only because I've meant to tell others what it's like. What's something you do every day? Poop. Oh. Clean? I am thinking of something. I can give you a hint. Go on, guess. Read my mind. Cabernet focuses on you, searching your mind. You can stop thinking now. I feel like it's burning into my brain. Masturbation? Clearing their voice, Cabernet spoke. Who doesn't masturbate every day, though, right? Well, I guess to clear things up, I'm talking more about something in life that can happen to anyone daily. Death. Oh. The idea of death suddenly stung at you like a thorn. Why would he mention death at a time like this? Ayo, you poop every day, gross. TOS. I didn't say masturbate, I said, celebrate. Yeah, praise the Lord, chat. Amen. In life, I meet many people. Some people are amazing. Some people are annoying. Then there are people like you. You felt yourself blush for a moment. Because I am as social as I am now because of you, I happen to make a memory of many friends I like to keep in touch with nowadays. Oh. Oh, amen. But the question I have to ask and figure out myself constantly is, when they will leave me? I mean, I like them around. They're fine. It's the idea that, as a vampire, my lifespan is far greater than everyone else's. I meet people, get to know them, and then get used to them passing away again. It's a never-ending cycle for me. The idea of meeting new people and watching them pass did make you feel sad. How could someone live like that for so long and not constantly be upset? If only you were also a vampire, maybe he wouldn't be so lonely. Foreshadowing, chat. Don't look so down about it. You were only curious about your question, and I happen to have an answer. They walked up slowly and cupped your face with the palm of their hand. Soft, warm, and you began to ease down as well. Their hands smelled like strawberries, and that made you happy. Oh, that's cute. Did that answer your question? They quickly took their hand back, and Cabernet cleared their throat. Sorry about coming on to you like that with all this info. It's just a lot for me. I understand. Being a vampire makes things lonely sometimes. Do you ever wish it wasn't? Cabernet raised an eyebrow. What do you mean? Like, what if... I don't know. You can say it. I was going to ask if you ever wished you weren't a vampire. There used to be a way to help with that, but the technique has been lost to time. I'm afraid if I were even to find it, I would die in a matter of minutes. I have lived too long as a vampire. 1 second as a human, I would most likely perish. Their hand begins to twist with something malicious. Hey. Did I do something wrong? Of course not. I just thought you looked stressed for a moment. That's all. Do they have a tattoo? The way I just realized that. Now that you mention it, the idea of me being a vampire also stresses me. I can only imagine what could happen if I suddenly became a human again. That isn't my only concern, though, at the moment. What does that mean? I have other means of surviving as a vampire. I have to eat differently and sleep differently, all kinds of things. A question began to boil at the back of your head, almost popping from your head from trying to contain it. Have you ever let that happen? There was a pause, a sickening, asphyxiating pause. I don't plan on it. You have nothing to fear from me. Are we talking about... blood sucking? Drop the subject. What about anything else? Anything else? The conversation drops from there, a comfortable silence enveloping the both of you. Cabernet shifts in their seat, adjusting their collar before turning to you with a smile. You know, there's just something beautiful about you. It's as if the moonlight itself is drawn to your presence. Oh, thank you. You know, I'm so radiant. You smile, leaning forward. Flattery will get you everywhere, Cabernet. It works even better when you've got a face like yours. Cabernet leans away from you, flustered, as they take a moment to recollect themselves. I must admit, it's not often I find myself at a loss of words. If this was a battle, you've just won. Is the great Cabernet feeling a little bit flustered? Flustered? Never. I simply appreciate a good compliment. And sometimes a challenge. Leaning in forward, you smile, your breath practically mingling with theirs. If they have breath, that is. Well then, consider me your greatest challenge yet. Cabernet's expression softens, their confidence momentarily faltering. Then they clear their throat. You certainly know how to keep a vampire on their toes. Is that a compliment, Cabernet, or are you admitting defeat? This is crazy. Let's just say you've piqued my interest in more ways than one. Hello? Hold on, let me make sure this is a safe for work. Okay, I think it is. Smiling, you pull away, reaching out, your hand brushing against Cabernet's. Shall we continue this dance, Cabernet? Damn, we say his name a lot. With a smile, Cabernet stands up, taking your hand in theirs. With you dancing by my side, this night will be unforgettable. With a subtle nod, they intertwine their fingers with yours and step out into the moonlit path. There was something so tranquil about it, getting to dance just like the other guests, but in a much more serene, beautiful place. Shall we? We shall. The two of you begin to move together, your steps syncopated? Your steps syncopated to the rhythm of the night. Cabernet leads with effortless grace, their movements fluid and precise, while you follow with a natural elegance. If his name is Cabernet, we should have named ourselves something like bourbon or whiskey. Well, I'm poor, so my name would be like beer or hard seltzer. Hard seltzer is kind of a crazy name, though. Like, that kind of goes off a little bit. They call me hard seltzer. Yeah. You twirl and spin, your bodies moving in perfect harmony with each other, and the music that seems to emanate from the ballroom, while the noisy chitter-chatter of the other guests remain muffled inside the mansion. Laughter shared by the both of you rings out like silver bells, mixing into the haunting melody of the night. Cabernet's eyes gleam with mischief as they execute intricate spins and dips, their every movement a testament to their timeless grace. You can barely keep up, quickening your pace to match theirs as they look at you with a mischievous grin. Oh, you jerk. Try to keep up, Pinky. Together you create a mesmerizing display, a dance of shadows and light, of mortal and immortal. You lose yourself in the music, in the moment's magic, your cares and worries forgotten in Cabernet's embrace. As the dance reaches its climax, ayo, you draw closer, your bodies almost touching. And then, with a final flourish, you come to a graceful stop, your eyes locked in a silent exchange that speaks volumes. Uh-huh. I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit. You're breathless. That was incredible. Indeed. Indeed it was. In the hushed stillness of the night, the only sound is the soft rustle of leaves and the gentle sigh of the wind. Your breath catches in your throat as Cabernet takes a step closer, their movements slow but deliberate. The distance between you gets shorter, your heart beating faster as you know what is to come. Cabernet's gaze flickers from your eyes to your lips, a silent invitation that hangs in the air like a question. No, you're breathtaking. Bro, I'm out of breath reading this. Hold on. My throat is dry. I can't breathe. I don't know how to read. You already know your answer. With a trembling hand, you reach out, your fingers grazing Cabernet's cheek. Cabernet leans into the touch, their eyes fluttering closed as they savor the moment. The tension in the air is palpable, a magnetic pull that only beckons you to come closer. Let Cabernet kiss you, or kiss Cabernet first. Should we be a whore chat? Twin OMG? I'm gonna kiss them first, because I am the top. As if guided by— that's a lie, by the way. As if guided by an unseen force, you leaned in, taking the initiative to kiss Cabernet. They didn't seem to mind, their callous hand grasping you by the waist. Time seems to stand still as you lose yourself in the sweetness of the moment. Whoa! The kiss the kiss soon deepens and you feel a surge of pleasure and then pain. So much pain. Unbearable pain. But you can't do anything. You're paralyzed as Cabernet sinks their teeth into you, hungrily taking chunks of your flesh into their mouth. Hold on, ads. Hold on, ads. Your eyes can't open, your mouth can't scream, and your arms are too limp to push them away. But you can still feel. We love forward women. Lamau. You feel you feel the tears from their eyes fall into your skin as they try to pull themselves away. You can feel the resistance, the fight they're facing with themselves as they try to stop themselves from eating you alive. I'm into it. But they can't. The hunger is too strong, unbearable. Your last moments are filled with an array of emotions: fear, sympathy, anger, and pity. But it wasn't the end for Cabernet. In so many years of living, this on its own felt like an eternity compacted into a few moments. No, what have I done? Cabernet falls to their knees beside your lifeless form, their hands trembling with grief and guilt. They cradle your still body, their heart heavy with the weight of their actions. I've destroyed something beautiful, someone beautiful. Tears streak down Cabernet's cheeks as they realize the irreversible consequences of their insatiable hunger. They whisper apologies into the night, their voice choked with remorse, but it is too late to undo the damage that has been done. Cabernet can only think to themselves about what could have been better, what they could have had if not for their nature as a vampire. I already had explained what it was like to eat someone. I find it sadistic, no, disgusting that I had done it only after moments of seeing them in front of me. Their tears blur their vision as they stare down at the face of the person they had unwittingly taken from this world. They felt bad for me. They wanted me to feel better, to understand, and to know that they would be there for me. And I turned around and told them that something like that wouldn't happen. And I did it anyways. I've lived long enough of an ordeal to know it was bound to happen. I knew that by forming a bond with this human that I would have to deal with the feeling of losing someone again. And somehow I managed to forget my lesson. In 5 minutes even. He couldn't even wait 5 minutes, and I'm not mad about that. The same one I engraved on myself hundreds of years ago. Now isn't the time to feel nostalgic. Pinky, you were truly one of the better ones I've had the pleasure of meeting. You mean eating. I hope to... I'm funny. I'm fucking funny. I hope to one day have the pleasure of living long enough to see you again. Humans often are born different. No one is the same. You are one of a kind to me. I shall remember your name for as long as I live. Long live Pinky, bitches! Maybe if I were to... No, I won't be doing that. I think it's time I shall be going now. Farewell, Pinky. Okay. And that was an ode to the Macabre Gala, chat. How do we feel? We got eaten. Jabby, if you're here, I did it for you. If you're not here, I'll tell you about it later. That was crazy. Also, that didn't take long at all. That was like 5 minutes without all yapping, probably.